Lately, back with another video, and this is Insecure Season 4, Episode 5, Low Key, moving on. I'm going to put the disclaimer out. Y'all going to have to bear with me, y'all, because this was a good episode. It was a lot of back and forth, and I did the best I can to capture this. So now that we got the disclaimer out, let's move forward, shall we? So it is the block party. The block party is here. The show opens up. It's Issa. It is 2:33. What? 3:32 a.m. Lisa's up. She's contemplating. She's probably nervous. She got a million and one things running through her brain, and she sees that Nathan's up. She reached out to him via Instagram message, and of course he responds back and say, you want to talk. They go into they talking. He wants to know, can he get VIP? Asks her, is she ready to go? Blah blah blah. Nate goes on to mention that he's in the house by himself because Andrew is staying at, he's like, yo girl's Molly place. Issa mentioned that her and Molly ain't really been cool lately. They ain't really been vibing. And she just up and say, honestly, I don't F with Molly anymore. So yeah. It goes on to later that day. Molly is looking for outfits. Andrew's like, it's not a big deal. Molly's contemplating, whether she should, what should she wear, and even contemplating whether she should go or not. And Andrew's pretty much saying, why wouldn't you, want to go? And then she mentioned that Issa did not come to a party she was having when she won this big case. Andrew said, so you're going to leave your girl, hanging? And then Molly pretty much said, hold on, so you going to go? Oh, he said, so you're going to, just, leave her hanging. And Molly said no. He's like, well, come on, let's go get dressed. Issa has a bunch of assistants and staff that's working with her. They're trying to put on the final touches for things. There's a chick on stage. She's doing spoken word. She's a drag. And Issa's telling them pretty much pull her off the stage. Not a lot of people there just yet. Issa's hoping that the black people will show up. So anyway, lo and behold, Condola arrives. Oh, Condola was MIA last episode, remember? So she said, she's want to check up on the vendors. Somebody's supposed to be showing up a little later, but they all good. And she's in work mode. So Issa said, she wasn't, she thought she wasn't gonna come. And then Condola said she thought she wasn't coming either. And then she was like, did Lawrence tell you? And Issa was like, tell me what? She said they broke up. And Issa paused and she was like, no, I'm sorry. And then she said, I appreciate everything you've done for me. And, because I was like, well, no, I just really want to check up on the vendors and make sure things are okay. So, yes, these heifers done broke up. Remember last week, Lawrence had something to tell Issa, but it never got out. So, when I was watching other people's reviews and commentary, they was like, he probably was getting ready to tell her that they broke up. So Condola and Lawrence is out of here. Make way for the reunited, and it feels so good. Let me stop. Anyway, let me stop. So from there, it goes to Kelly and Tiffany. They're at the step and repeat. They're making the most of their time, and they convince Issa to come and do some pictures with them. 3 poses, a crazy pose, a sexy pose, and last but not least, the infamous jail pose. So some kids in the back just making some comments and random noise, and then Derek turned around, can you shut the beep up? And he said, I'm sorry, I'm just tired. Stay in school. So this is Tiffany's and Derek's like first time out post baby birth. So yeah, they're looking to have a good time. So Issa is pretty much thanking everybody. Tiffany's saying she's just happy to have fun and leave the baby at home. And she said maybe she should leave the baby at the supermarket, but she laughing off. Yeah, now we seeing some real stuff. We seeing some truth come about out this baby with Tiffany and Derek. Yeah, this parenthood thing ain't what they thought was gonna be cracking. So the saga continues. So anyway, Kelly was like, she was like, I was wondering why are you trying to do this and what's the purpose? But she was just saying everything looks good. It turned out great and she's proud of her. But she said she still were wondering why. Then all of a sudden, Kelly crazy butt just started talking in a British accent. And all of a sudden, her babe arrived. So she has a new boo. She got him thinking she's from Britain, and she was telling everybody play along with this. Issa asked Tiffany and Derek if they knew that Condola and Lawrence had broke up. Tiffany had pretty much said that she's on maternity leave, she ain't talking to nobody, and Derek said he was offended because usually Lawrence tell him pretty much everything, but he didn't tell him this. Issa was invited to go talk to what she thought was, someone for the media, but apparently it's just a chick who's getting ready to start a YouTube channel, and she don't know when she's putting this all together. So yeah, there's no other media people there. We're moving right along. So Tiffany is pretty much telling Kelly that Kelly asked Tiffany, so what are you pumping and dumping? Because Kelly out here, not Kelly, Tiffany's out drinking like a fish. She said she stopped breastfeeding. She said, oh, it's the baby's loss, whatever. And then Molly's there and she's taking in, the scene and drinks. And he's like, oh, Molly, you came. She's like, of course, I'm just coming to support my best friend. And Ahmad comes, her brother, and, he's talking crap to Molly. It's supposed to rain, right? So anyway, from there, Derek is on the phone with the babysitter. I guess the baby won't stop crying, won't stop hollering. He said he's so stupid. He said, well, did she do this? Well, she don't F with everything. I just don't know what to tell you. He said, put the baby on the phone. He said, oh yeah, she's not, she's not having it. So he was telling Tiffany that they're going to have to up and leave. And Tiffany's like, no, we just got here. It's my first time out. So Derek agrees to go home so he can relieve the babysitter. And Tiffany says she'll just catch a ride with Kelly. So she drinking. She having a ball. Ahmad's with her. And she was like, we need to get you some. Or y'all do the lip. Y'all figure it out versus... I'm trying to keep my YouTube channel, y'all. Trying to keep my YouTube channel. So he said, which one do you prefer? And he said, player's choice. And then they start laughing. So Andrew and Molly is sitting down in the little VIP area. They are enjoying the show. And Andrew just saying, this is not easy to put together. It's a lot of work. And then, Molly said, yeah, Issa been, working, a lot, these days. And he said, yeah, just like how you was working hard and you didn't make time for me. And, Molly was like, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, she said, this is, good stuff. And, Issa has been working hard. So here I am thinking that Molly is like, okay, maybe I, been too hard on Issa, but this is just fabulous. And, she had her focus, at a certain place. So anyway, that's what we was thinking, but hold that thought. We're going to come back. So, lo and behold, Nathan's arrived. Oh. And Issa's just concerned. She kept, throughout the time, kept saying, well, where are the black people? It's just so diverse because there's a lot of white people, taken into the event, enjoying the scene. So, where's all the black people? That's what she was saying. Nathan was just like, stop focusing your energy on it. You did it. We're here. Let's just make the most of the moment. He was like, people will come. It'll be a good thing. So, let it ride. So Molly comes and finds Issa. And it was a way for Molly to bring her food. She brought her food, was trying to make amends, and hopefully they can finally have that talk. But, Issa got pulled away by the assistant because Vince Staples has arrived. So they're in the VIP area. Issa's breaking down all the stuff that, they provided. He asked about a specific drink. And the assistant pulled him out, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, something was wrong with her nose leaking or what. I missed the memo on this. Somebody clear it up for me. But all of a sudden, she just started holding tissue to her face. So, yeah. The block party is popping. They got the different artists coming up. There was a dance-off between the old man and the girl. And the old man won because he did a split and couldn't get the hell back up. Classic for every event, especially black folks event. They put on the wobble. It's like I said, it's like a big old family reunion. So everybody's out. They doing the wobble. Issa's assistant pulled her out onto the dance floor to enjoy herself and, not be so caught up in the working. So Issa ends up next to Molly, and they wobbling, they laughing, they having a good time. And it's like, okay, great. This gonna bring my girls back together, right? So anyway, they're calling Issa up to make remarks and introduce the Vince Staples to the stage. And Issa was finna go off into this deep, talk, but the crowd was like, Vince. So she was like, I guess they saying F you, Issa, bring on Vince Staples. So he came, rocked the house. It's great. Andrew and Molly, like, it was after the show, and Andrew and Molly was pretty much, I don't know if he was getting ready to leave, or it was just, they was just saying it was a good time. And Vince Staples' manager, comes up to Andrew. Andrew introduced Molly as his girlfriend. And he was like, well, thanks for the hookup, letting us in on it. And then Molly goes off. And she said, the manager was like, thank you for connecting us with Issa. And then she said, connecting with, and then she said, what do he mean hooking up? And then he said, I connected him with Issa. And then she said, huh? He said, Nathan asked me to. So I just sent him an email. Molly was like, Nathan? And she's like, well, we ain't cool right now. He said, yeah. Andrew was like, yeah, but I did not think you'll be mad because I was helping your best friend. He said, what's the issues? So Molly, she mad, she puffed up, she walks off. So Issa is giving kudos to the assistant. The assistant still got the tissue. I cannot. What's the hell wrong with that girl? Y'all put it in the comments. Let me know what the hell happened with that girl that she just kept having that tissue. Did she have a nosebleed or something? Because Issa was saying something about wipe your face. What the hell was wrong with that girl? Because they were saying, Issa was saying, thank you for your help. Do you need to go to the hospital? The girl's like, no, because I ain't got no health insurance. And then Nathan's like, well, is it going to be safe for her to drive? And then she just drives off. Molly goes and confronts Issa about, you went behind my back. And then she said, no, I just told Nathan. Nathan asked me, did I need any help? I told him the situation. He went and just told Andrew. And then she was like, so you went behind my back. Then Issa's like, so you want to see me fall for some damn, simple old random rule about boundaries? So they going in a back and forth. And then Issa was telling her, like, you want to see me fail? You see me struggling with you got y'all, and I need this little ass favor. And then Molly was like, you always need little ass favors. And then they was going back about who bring the most drama. You bring the most drama. No, girl, you bring the most drama. You miserable. And she said, if Andrew leave you, it won't be because of me. It's because you just got issues and blow stuff up and make stuff bigger than what it is. And it was just back and forth between the two. And Tiffany said, hey, we are having fun. We don't need to do this. And then, even Andrew intervened, was like, yeah, this is not the time. So they back and forth, and then somebody yelled like they was pushing up on each other, like they about to throw some bowls. And somebody yelled, what's she reaching for, a gun? And everybody started going crazy, ducking down, going crazy. Is it a knife? Is it a wallet? And somebody, a guy said, black people just can't have none. So everybody's running off. Picture Kelly. Kelly had a boo thing that she was faking this British accent all day with him. They was talking about branches of government, and he was like, yeah, that's the regular government, and then it's the the Bank of America. That's why there's so many of them, and they control the money of the country. And Kelly looking at him, and Ahmad was looking at him earlier like, what the? So anyway, Kelly's been talking his fake accent all day, but when it's time to take off, she was like, nigga, you better come on. He said, well, what happened to the British accent? She said, fool, I'm from Philly, let's go. So it pretty much ends there. So Kelly asked Molly, is she gonna be okay? And then, Andrew was just telling Molly, I didn't think it was a big deal. I didn't mean to cause no drama. So they had hugged and kissed. Tiffany had asked Issa, was she okay? Did she want to ride with her and Tiffany home? She said no. Then Nathan said, do you want me to stay around, help clean up or anything? She was like, nope. So he went off. So Issa's just standing there. She's looking. She sees a sign that says good vibes only. And then all of a sudden, it thunders and it rains. So that's how the story ends. I think I want to watch that again. Watch it without the lens of trying to review and analyze. But I guess the question is, who do you think is wrong? I mean, who's right, who's wrong between Molly and Issa? My opinion, I think they're both at fault. Here's the thing. They needed to communicate a long time ago, because when you assume, and there's assumptions on both ends. When you assume, assuming gets you nowhere. So it's obvious. It's obvious that Molly looks at Issa a certain type of way. Issa looks at Molly a certain type of way. They both got flaws. Nobody is perfect. I mean, that's just what it is. I know I keep up with some insecure groups on Facebook and social media, and it's like, do you feel like Molly frowns upon Issa? Do she think she's better because she's the top lawyer and she got her own place and drive expensive car and can afford trips and do things? Does she look down on Issa because, Issa's non-for-profit and, more it's like a hustle hard struggle mode for Issa? Does she looks down on them? And you have to understand that people and careers are at different spaces. You got people that make six figures and doing well, and you got people here like me that, we making it. Can we do better? Of course we can. You got people like that. Then you got people that's just they're struggling. There's always struggling. It's just like always trying to figure it out. So it's like you got your meeting, you got your well off, you're well-to-do, you're okays, and then you got your struggle. So you got different people, and I think people have to understand where people is at. Just because you make six figures don't necessarily mean all your friends make six figures. Don't necessarily means that all your friends can spend money in the capacity you spend money. Now, you can make six figures and live well, but then there's somebody who might make 30 or 40,000 and living just as well because they know how to balance their budget out. So that's the thing. It gets sensitive when we start talking about, salaries and what people can and cannot do. And you can hop up and do a trip, whereas there's somebody else who might have to really sit down and budget and plan and scrap and save to make that same trip happen, that you can just go on and drop your $200, $300 deposit down and be good. So, yeah. So I think they're both at fault. I'm not saying one right or the other, but I will say that their truths came out tonight, so they both know how each other feels. So that is it. That is all. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. To all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. Hope you had a blessed and prosperous day. Hope somebody showered you with some love and kisses, or virtual hugs, or whatever, and you got some flowers, some food, and some good times. So shout out to you mothers. Thank you for all that you do. Those who are not mothers yet, keep on keeping on. And those who us, godmothers, mother-like figures, I hope you guys celebrate and honor too. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Have a blessed and prosperous and uplifting week.